Hi everyone, I hope you are in a good health. In GIS, we often get data from different sources like CAD file, Excel sheets, or other systems. The problem is each source has its own format, and many times fields that should be numbers end up stored as a text. It seems a small issue, but calculations are the backbone of ArcGIS Pro, and one wrong data type can break the entire workflow. So, in this video, I'll show you a simple Python script. I built it automatically that converts all strings fields into integers, making the data clean, accurate, and ready for analysis. Let's get started.
Imagine this. You are working with utility data, maybe from CAD or any database. You open the attribute table and everything looks fine until you try to run a calculation. Instead of numbers, your fields are stored as a string. You can't summarize correctly, you can't join properly, and any model or your processing tools may fail. Fixing this field by field manually would take forever. That where automation saves the time and saves the D. So I build a Python script in ArcGIS that does the job automatically. It checks your feature layer, finds the text field, and creates new integer fields with clean values. And the best part, it's flexible. I add three options depending on what you need. The script begins by importing the ArcGIS library. ArcGIS library is a Python package that allows you to interact with ArcGIS tools, data, and geodatabase. The variable fc stores the path to feature class or table that will be processed. In this case, is pointing to a feature class named switch inside a geodatabase. The script gives you three different ways to decide which fields should be converted. Convert a single field by letting its name, convert a specific multiple fields by writing their name in a list, convert all string fields automatically. In the current script, option 3 is chosen by setting field to convert. If the variable field to convert is none, the script runs through all fields in the feature class. It checks their type, and if the type is string, it adds the field name to the list. This way, every text fields in the table will be processed. For making any changes, the script prints out of the list of fields that will be converted. This gives you clearly confirmation of which fields are about to be processed. The script then loops through every field in the list. When it creates a new field name by adding integer/integer to the end of the original name. For example, code/deb becomes code/deb/integer or /int. Script checks whether the new field already exists. If it does not exist, it uses add field management to create a new field of type long, which is an integer field. If the field already exists, it's skip adding it and just continues. Inside the script, there a small Python function called toInt. It's the main thing I prefer. This function is called exception handling. That function tries to convert the value from text into an integer. It first removes any leading or trailing spaces using strip. Then it tries to convert the clean string into an integer with int. If it fails, for example, if the values is empty, contains letters, or cannot be converted, the function returns none. Returning none means that the new field will get null value in the raw, not be full, that returning only null. The script uses calculate field management to apply the function to every record in the database. For each row, the value from the text field is passed into the toInt function, and the result is written into int field. At the end of each field's conversation, that script prints a confirmation message. Converted field, old field, and a mention in a new field. Once all fields have been processed, the script prints finish or final message. All conversation completed successfully. And finally, let's run the script now. As you can see, it goes through each string fields, create a new integer fields, and calculates the values safely. For example, code slash deb becomes code slash step slash integer. Asset slash ID becomes asset slash ID slash integer in attribute table. Let's show this now and discover the result. Let me to show how the script handles data. If the script finds your text contains a valid number, convert it to an integer. If the text has spaces, they are removed before conversion. If the text has letters, commas, or decimals, it cannot be converted, so the result is null. Empty values also become null. The original fields are never deleted. The script only creates a new field with an integer at the end. At the end, let me show this script automatically finds text fields in your data, creates a new integer fields, and fills them in ArcGIS Pro or your data and fills them with numeric values. Whenever possible, invalid values remain null. It's a safe way to clean and prepare your data without losing the original information without losing the original information. That's the big thing in this code. And because this script has these three options, I can also turn it into a custom tool inside ArcGIS Pro. That means anyone on my team can just pick the feature layer, choose single fields, multiple fields, or all fields in your feature and run it without touching Python at all. Flexible, reusable, and saves hours of manual work. And finally, this script fixes a simple but annoying problem, string fields where we need numbers. With one run, it cleans the data and makes it ready for calculations and analysis. Pro that the power of using Python with JS. Thanks for watching.